Welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome to Popcorn.
Welcome to Puffcorn.
Cheese puff popcorn. That looks pretty awesome.
It's actually called Puffcorn.
Is it?
It's
Cheetos,
like,
Chester Cheetah.
It really has the consistency of like you're eating, cheese-flavored styrofoam, but it's pretty damn good. It's addicting.
It is.
I think of it as like on South Park when Cartman eats his cheesy poofs.
Yeah.
I want my cheesy poofs. So, well, we got an exciting show for you today. We have a review of a play currently in the theaters. A play currently playing in the St. Louis area. A movie in the theater. And this month in Netflix is a little item there, documentary. And then we also have at the end of the show our usual movie to show, and this time it's called Fear in the Night. So stick around for that. But
Sounds
first,
scary.
Yeah, there's fear and then there's night.
There's always fear. You can't be afraid during the day.
Just turn on a nightlight, right?
Yeah, seriously, burn a candle.
So, but first let's talk about what's sort of our random, what's going on in the culture right now events.
Well, Nellie's mad.
Oh, damn it. He's done pissed off Nelly.
He is. You hear what happened?
Drug bust?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, big drug bust. His tour bus got pulled over somehow in Texas, and they found like 10 pounds of marijuana, 30 or 40 baggies of heroin.
Whoa!
And a gun.
Whoa.
Apparently, it was all his bodyguards, and Nellie did not know about it.
The gun
I guess we have to take Nellie's word for it. But
was the gun registered, did they say?
I didn't see that. I doubt it.
If you're a bodyguard.
Well, in Texas, everyone has guns, but they're just passing through, so.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how that works. Like, if the gun laws vary from state to state, can you really be driving around with it?
Well, I know you can, the conceal and carry permits in some cases, they're valid in other states. If you have one in this state, it's valid in another.
Can you have like a gun in your glove box here or no? Or it has to be locked in a trunk
I
or
think
something
there
like
are
that?
some restrictions. I mean, you can have it, but it needs to be locked up or something, I believe. Again, I don't know that.
Yeah, I don't know any of that. We're just spouting. We do know about Nelly, though. And
I like Nelly, man. He put St. Louis on the map, and now he's in trouble. Well, I guess he's not in trouble.
Yeah.
If the story sticks.
Right, yeah.
But,
wow, that bodyguard was...
But, I mean, drugs and guns with rappers? I am shocked!
And there's gambling in this casino? Or in this
There's
whatever.
Prostitutes in Amsterdam? What? Who knew?
What is it? Not gambling in this case. I was trying to do the Casablanca line. Everybody always quotes. I'm shocked. Oh yeah, that there's gambling in this establishment. Yeah, so, well, and you got to wonder, like, did they ever have a conversation like, okay, we need to somehow camouflage this bus so they don't know that it's a rapper on board.
I know, like, Nelly's probably his picture's like on the side of the bus, smiling, like, really incognito there.
I would try to, like, maybe hire a bunch of old people to sit in the window.
Yeah, exactly. Old people dummies.
Old people dummies.
That's a new business idea. Let's do it. Disguise your tour bus. Willie Nelson can use it too. How many times has he been busted?
And like, even if they didn't put Nelly's picture on it, it's got something weird like gold rims or something stupid that's gonna
hydraulics.
Something that's gonna call attention to yourself, and you just don't need that. I mean,
oh no, I've seen. I've worked at Riverport a few years, as I said before in the show, and some are just regular buses, you wouldn't tell the difference, and then others do have like the artist on the side.
Right.
Why these artists would want to call attention to themselves like that, I have no idea. I wouldn't want, I'd want to be as under the radar as possible.
Right, even if you weren't breaking the law, like, is it smart?
Because who knows if there's some stalker following you down the highway.
Taylor Swift's picture on there, and he's like, oh my gosh, I'm finally going to get to creep on her. Oh man, poor Nelly. Well, I think he's got enough money and lawyers to handle it, however it goes.
Well, it's probably like The Wire, like, it's like you pay off the guy to take the rap for you.
Exactly.
Again, we don't know. Allegedly. This is all allegedly, folks. It's charges. They haven't been convicted of anything.
And of course, we know that we're recording this on the day of the final, what do you call this, wild card game or
Division series.
Series
game 5.
So hopefully, when this airs, the Cardinals are still banging and taking on the
San
Giants.
Francisco.
Yeah.
Yep. We hope. We can only hope.
But one thing that won't be finished by the time this airs is the old election. But it'll be close. It's drawing near, dude. What are you thinking?
I just want it to be over.
I know.
Sick of the ads. Every election season, it's the same thing. I'm sick of these ads.
I know.
I don't care. You know, I mean, I
And
like to get on the web and do my own research, and I
Yeah.
don't care about these dishonest ads from both
Right.
sides.
That's the thing. Yeah, both sides kind of they find something that from one maybe minute angle or maybe even a halfway plausible angle it could be true, but definitely from another angle it could be, you know, there's so many, you know, it's like just can't you just say, you know, something that's true? You know, if you want to make even an accusation, can't you just make it something that's definitely, you know, provable or something like that? I honestly can't even figure out. There's this one guy named Dave Spence running against Jay Nixon.
Yeah, I've seen it.
And I can't figure out. It's like, okay, the claim is the guy was a banker
Yeah.
and that he applied for TARP money. And then I hear later on Donnybrook, when they applied for TARP money, he had nothing to do with the bank. But he did join the bank.
And it does seem like that one ad is edited, right? It's like, my bank took TARP funds. Doesn't it seem like there's an edit there? Maybe I'm wrong.
I beat my wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like they've come out with a new one, or his rebuttal to it is like, I've never been a banker. I'm like,
He says he's a manufacturer, and
yeah.
I mean, that's what they say.
And
in
I'm
the
like,
other
okay,
ads,
so just, I mean, and like I said, okay, you've never been a banker, but where did they even get that? Do you want to just throw in one more thing? Like, I mean, does he just serve on the board? I think if you serve on the board, maybe, of a bank, you're not really considered a banker. You're just somebody who kind of manages. Maybe
Yeah.
that's what he's, who knows? But, yeah, and again, it could all be Jay Nixon's muddying the waters, or it could be, but you're right. It's just like, you got to go to PolitiFact or whatever to kind of fact check if you really want to take these ads seriously. But it's probably better just to, again, read articles and stuff on, you know, different people and their assessments. But it's crazy. And then, of course, I missed the whole vice president thing last night, but I heard it was pretty theatrical. I heard old Joe.
Yeah, I heard he was
Joe just said, okay,
domineering and offensive.
Just said, I'm not taking the meds tonight. We're gonna do some crazy stuff. Yeah. So yeah, just the stills they had, and he was like, ah. You know, that'd be like a great SNL skit where they cut those all together.
I'm sure they'll do that Saturday. I'm sure they'll do something on it.
Yeah. By the way, they have a new guy playing Obama now. They have
Finally a good
actual
one.
African American playing.
And he's just better at the impression too.
Right.
I mean, Jay Farrow, he's good. Every impression he does like a Jay-Z one that's pretty good.
Right. Will Smith is good.
Yeah, Will Smith, and then there's one other.
Denzel.
And I think there's even one other I'm forgetting, but yeah, he's good. I mean, he's talented. So I'm glad he's finally got it off the part, like featuring Jay Farrow. He's finally a part of the real cast now.
I love that. I'll tell you what, somebody else you can bump up to that regular, you know, forget about that. Yeah, although the featuring are the people that they're not in the main cast, right? He's just like starring.
But some people, it seems like for years they're featured.
I know.
I don't know. Maybe they peed off Lorne Michaels or something. I don't know. But I mean, for like years, it seemed like Tim Meadows.
Right.
I mean, he was there for like 30 years. It seemed like, but it seemed like he was one of those guys.
Well,
too.
I can't remember her name exactly. I think it's Kate McKinnon or something. I think she's one of the featuring, you know, or maybe it's not. I don't know. Also featuring or whatever. It's just the 3 people at the end or the 4 people at the end that aren't regular cast members.
Yeah.
And you can just bump Kate McKinnon right up. Right. I mean, she's your new Kristen Wiig. I can just tell she did a great thing. You know, a great imitation. I don't even know what Ann Romney really acts like, but just the writing was good and her delivery of it was good. She was basically dressing down all. It was apparently took it from this thing where she had said, you know, stop railing on my husband, or stop railing on this is really hard, you other Republicans, basically. And so she does this whole thing where she's like, oh, do you want Ron Paul to run for president? Well, guess what? He probably still is, because the guy's a lunatic and he doesn't understand how politics work. So she just like rips on all these, but she does it in this whole kind of like, you know, I'm defending my man kind of thing. And
yeah.
So yeah, at least the premiere I thought was strong. And then they had I think a halfway decent second one. And then they had a repeat in week 3. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like,
a little early for repeats.
Yeah, I mean, to me, you better have 4 episodes right out of the gate that are new on any show. I don't care what the show is. I mean, unless it falls on something like an election, you know, or a debate night or whatever. But this was just some random Saturday night where suddenly we have a repeat. I think the reason they did though is because they've been doing those Thursday night specials too.
Right.
Which have you caught any of those?
Yeah, I saw one of them.
And they put some original content, and then they show some old clips or whatever.
I think the one I saw had this like fake commercial for like the cutaways from the Democratic National Convention. And like they were showing people in the crowd, and like, and it was pretty funny. I think, you know,
it's
like,
sort of like, here's what I
like the guy we show when we're talking about gay issues, and he's like, you know, why are you showing me?
That's good. Well, I've seen them run twice now, this whole thing where they go and it's like some kind of PSA directed about the undecided voter, and they're just they're just totally mugging. If you haven't decided, they think you're an idiot. It's like, I want to know, how long does the president serve his term?
Yeah.
Is it forever? Because if so, I'm against that. Can women vote?
Yeah.
Because I'm against it.
Because I think they should.
Yeah, I think they should. And if men can't vote, I'm equally upset about that. So anyway, and then we got the new shows, which you can briefly address that. I am a fan of Revolution. I'm not like ready to come and say this is a great new sci-fi show, but it's watchable, got good production values. Shockingly, it's on NBC, so but it's about a world where it's like the apocalypse in this case was just that all the lights, they say all the lights got there, but everything pretty much electrical just suddenly shuts down. And so they're trying to sort of, and then it flashes forward to something like, I don't know, 10 or 15 years later, and the sort of, the government's broken down, and it's a bunch of militias and stuff like that. So pretty interesting stuff.
Yeah, and Wrigley Field is all grown up with vines.
Yeah, tragedy.
Which already happens inside, but
exactly.
The ivy's growing to the outside of it.
They even show the ivy growing on like the White House thing. Oh, bummer. So, any new shows that you've checked out lately? Or?
I want to check that one out. I just have it's on my DVR. What I have gotten into, which isn't new, but I mean there should be a new season that's filming right now, is Game of Thrones, which is awesome.
Yeah.
More boobies.
Boobies and blood and zombies and
heads on pikes and dragons.
Yeah, I gotta say, I watched the first season of that over the summer on DVD, and I wasn't sure. First few episodes, I'm like, is there a point to this? But it's almost like that for
any
every
HBO show. It takes you a while to get into it. You
watch like 3 or 4, you're like, why am I? And then somewhere you become kind of addicted, and you're like, it really rocks for the rest of the season.
And season 2 ended pretty, some weird stuff going on.
Really?
You finally got to see the White Walkers.
Cool.
So I think they're shooting season 3 now. It takes HBO I know it's quality stuff, but speed it up a little bit.
Yeah, come on, let's move it along.
So
are the White Walkers just like zombies though?
No, they're like some sort of different race.
Okay.
But they can make zombies, it looks like.
Oh,
that's what I got from it.
Making zombies.
Making zombies. And that's if you haven't seen Game of Thrones, you can get in season 1 on Netflix, and season 2 will be there eventually. It's not out yet.
Cool.
But for those of you that don't want to pay for HBO, and I understand why you wouldn't, Netflix is always an option there.
Yeah.
But what is cool, if you do have HBO and you get that HBO Go, then you can watch episodes anytime online or on your iPad or
that's a good thing.
Anything like that. So that's always a nice.
Does that cost extra to get the Go?
No, I think if you subscribe to it, you just like log in and you pick what your provider is.
Okay, it's like an on-demand kind of feature.
Yeah, like for DirecTV, you just type in, I guess, your DirecTV email that you use for your account and your password, and then you're in.
Cool.
Yep.
And finally, our Rams.
Our Rams, as of today, when we shot this, 3-2. Hopefully, they'll be 4-2 by the time it airs. When they beat Miami, and it's awesome.
The Cardinals. Oh yeah, but you're right. If they beat them the next time, right?
Yeah.
On Sunday.
Yep.
Yeah. I was pretty surprised they beat the Cardinals, man.
I was too. I thought they could beat them, but you just never know. But this team now, you're starting to get some confidence in, which is something you can't say the past several years.
Right.
So.
I wasn't even that confident when they won the previous game because I'm like, what? You won it without any offensive that just sounds like the old Rams doing it all with and now that we got a kicker who can kick a field goal from anywhere on the freaking field.
Yeah, I was just say. I mean, he's quickly becoming a pop culture icon in St. Louis. Young GZ. Not the rapper Young GZ, but Young GZ, Greg Zuerlein.
Oh yeah.
That guy is, man, he kicked a 60-yard or 63-yarder and a 58-yarder in the same game.
Amazing.
I mean, honestly, whenever they cross the 50-yard line, it's within his range, I think. I mean, seriously, that's insane.
And that's what worried me. I'm like, oh, great, another reason for the Rams to not get touchdowns and just to have the thing. But then in the Cardinals game, they scored 2 touchdowns?
They did, and he had a 50-yarder in that. And he would have had another one if Bradford hadn't thrown the pick in the end zone, which is really – I mean, he is on my fantasy team, so I'm like rooting for – I don't want the Rams to score any more TDs. I just want GZ to kick like 10 field goals a game.
As long as they win, yeah.
As long as they win, yeah. And if it kicks 50-yarders, that's 5 points. So boom, 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 boom.
Go Young GZ.
He's my only good player.
One game that bothered me was, I don't know which team he's on, but Robert Griffin III.
Yeah.
What team's that?
Washington Redskins.
Okay. Do we have to say every time Robert Griffin III or RG3? Is it so inconceivable just to say Griffin does this or that? I didn't hear one time them saying Griffin throws the ball. Like, they'll do Bradford does this, Bradford does that. But a guy gets a name like Robert Griffin III, and they kept saying it the whole freaking thing, and the only variation they would give on that was RG3.
RG3, because that sounds so cool.
Yeah, it gets a little annoying. You know,
Robert Griffin III.
And I'm like
sipping tea and smoking a pipe.
I'm like, if the first Robert Griffins didn't have anything to do with football, I don't care. You know, if it really was some like, okay.
Yeah, what about Robert Griffin Jr.? Yeah, was he a great player? I don't know.
I mean, one day if Peyton Manning has a kid or whatever and he plays in the NFL, okay, I can understand you calling him Peyton Manning Jr. or something, you know. Yeah, you want to differentiate, but it's just, I don't know. That's just my little pet. That was my Tim's rant to the big, huge rant. I'm taking down Robert Griffin III. I saw he did a little promo for the league too, which I meant to watch last night. I didn't. They premiered the league and Sunny and all this.
Yeah, that I DVR'd because that's on season pass. So I don't think I got the league.
Good stuff. Good shows coming back, and I just I will say that a lot of the TV shows just kind of you're like they're probably gonna get canceled soon.
Yeah, like The Office is its last season. It's probably time for. I mean, you lose Carell, and there are a lot of other funny people on the show, but he really did make it. Yeah. And to not have him anymore. And I don't know. I think my buddy's theory is that Pam and Jim are going to like get divorced or separate and then get back together by the end. Because there's a little friction now with him going off to start the business, and he didn't tell her. Like they said no at first, and he didn't tell her, and she was mad. So.
That'd be a pretty quick turnaround. If
they got to do something. I mean, they've done a pretty good job of like making these little personal relationships, kind of go south and then come back. Because you got to keep something interesting.
Yeah, I'd say separation would be enough. I don't know if they actually have to go
get divorced,
file papers
at the lawyer, custody battles with the kids.
Or what you do is you make it look like it's all heading towards that, and they're getting ready to sign the papers somewhere in the last episode, and they're like, let's not do this.
Yeah.
I love you. We can work in this office together and be in love and have babies forever. That's my speech. Come on, you guys can use it. Yep. Well, probably should move along.
Yes,
and like I said, we got some good stuff coming up. A movie called Fear in the Night. But up next, Wesley Whitfield and I will be looking at some pop culture choices currently available to you. Come on back. Peace. Apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur, her whole body. All right, here we are in the house with rocking those shoes. Yeah. So, dude, we got a lot to cover.
Yes.
We sure do.
Yep.
We saw 3 different mediums, really, of entertainment.
Yeah, I would say so.
And later, of course, we have the exciting Fear in the Night to discuss. But first, let's get to our 3 things. Let's start with the one that cost the most money. Okay. That's a descending order of how much money we spent, which in this case was a play.
I think a monetary rank is fine.
Yeah, okay. So, Cats of Cortula.
Loved it.
Now, by the time this airs, I'm pretty sure the run will be complete. But maybe not. Maybe one more show will be. They're showing it. I don't even have the things with me, but they're showing it what is today? The 12th and the 13th. At the place called, is it Yamanja, Brazil?
Yep.
Brasilia?
Yep.
Yamani, Brazil?
Yamani, Brazil.
And so whatever the dates are for next week, they're doing it again, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Anyway, just Google this crap, you can figure it out. But the play is called Cats of Korčula. And is Korčula an actual place, do you know?
I thought it was somewhere off of Dubrovnik, because Dubrovnik's in former Yugoslavia, and I think it was off of an island where they got married, I think.
And it's a play about, the war as a backdrop or whatever, Serbo-Croatian kind of thing going on. So I assume it's set, during Clinton era kind of stuff, They mentioned Milosevic at one point, don't they?
I think they mentioned Tito more than Milosevic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe Milosevic just got one shout out. But anyway, it's more about the relationships that are kind of going on between, particularly an American and his new bride, and I can't remember names. I'm not good with the names on these.
Yeah, I don't remember all the names.
But either. Among that, it's sort of they interact with the people. I think they all identify as Croatians. I think it's wrong to. Yeah. You don't want to be identified as a Serb. Yeah, at one point somebody curses. So anyway, it's just kind of like a really smartly written play, and it, like I said, men and women interacting, and as a lot of I think modern plays show, just kind of relationships that kind of fray and sometimes go off the rails, and with a little bit of war commentary thrown in.
There was also a German peacekeeper.
Oh, right. Who? Yeah, he's a twist.
UN force. Yeah.
He's a twist ending.
I didn't quite understand that guy.
But I would just like to mention that our own Nicole Bach here at Jefferson College has a I think if she got nominated, she'd be a lead actress in a play. I mean, for a Tony or whatever. I don't think Tony does off Broadways at a Brazilian restaurant, but really it was some quality entertainment.
It was good.
Just well scripted. And the other weird thing about if you ever have a chance to see any other movie or play at this Yamanja Brazil, whatever the hell it's called.
That's right.
It's like the weirdest venue ever, because it's like you're just in some small room, but they have made it to where there's enough room to perform a play, barely, and then like there's people, you're really close to the actors, and at like one point, there was one point where the one actor's head was obscured by another actor's head who was like a few inches from my head. And I was actually worried that the actors were going to bump into me or something, or maybe fall on me if they tripped or something.
The main guy actually had to bump into me once on the way through to the window, and then I bumped on the way back. And what I liked about it was you're there, and you're in their way in a way.
Yeah.
But I could not tell they even mattered to them.
No.
It was awesome. Plus, I liked how we were all sitting in a row on one side as the audience, and then right across was another row of people seated. And we face each other, and I always thought it was interesting how you're watching the action go on. They move over here, and just for a split second, you see the other audience over here, like, and it's like back to the action, and they're all right here.
Right,
it's really neat. I
liked
it.
And the whole the intimacy of it really keeps it from, and not that the script is so well done that I don't think you would have gotten bored anyway, but it's pretty much impossible to get bored unless maybe if you were sitting in the second row, which is like the only other row, right? There was two rows. But where we were, it was like, there's like tension, and and there's also, and not that I was like, oh, this is detracting from it, that I'm worried that I want to make sure I stay out of the way, because at one point they walked between us in an aisle, and I noticed he did look down to make sure he didn't step on and trip on anybody's feet or anything like that, but. So we don't remember all the actors' names, but we know Nicole Bach did a great acting job, but they all were really good. And whoever wrote that play, again, the guy, I can't remember his name, but well written.
And then there was Nikolai.
Well acted, and the guy who played Nikolai, as far as the men go, there was like 3 male parts, and he was really, they were all good, but he really stood out. I mean, he reminded me of somebody like a Michael Fassbender or.
It was amazing.
Yeah, just good stuff. So item number 2, second least expensive, most expensive. It's most expensive. Was going to see Looper at the theaters, still playing, and I have a feeling this will be playing for at least a couple more weeks, so you can still check this out, or you can check it out at Color 8 at the $2 show once it gets there. But tell us a little bit about Looper.
Can I tell them what I think the hybridization of the two movies was?
Sure, go ahead.
I think, to me, Looper was very much like first Matrix movie mixed with Inception.
Yeah.
I really did feel like, now there was no real dream state going on, but it was just the idea of otherworldliness at the same time juxtaposed over our world. And imagine, I guess the best way I thought about it was, we had the idea of morality, we had the idea of possibly how you act today affects the future, but what if the future's already happened, and people from the future figure out a way to send people back to make sure that certain undesirables didn't go into the future.
Right.
And I really thought that was a neat idea. It still makes you wonder who in the future is deciding who they don't want to be around.
Yeah.
Oh, I just think it's amazing to think about. I can't even wrap my head around it.
There's a short story I actually taught in literature of science fiction here at Jeffco called Exiles of Tomorrow. And in that one, it's a little bit more like you're describing. It seems like some government agency or somebody is sending undesirables back, and what they're trying to do is send them back to criminals or whatever, back to a time period where they would kind of blend in. Like if you're really totally barbaric and bloodthirsty, send them back to, frickin', Norman Conquest era or something like that.
Yeah.
Let them fight with the Picts and the Celts and whoever. But I'll break down the plot a little bit more. I mean, Joseph Gordon-Levitt plays a guy it's his job title, Looper, and he narrates at the beginning and informs us what this means. It's like, in the future, time travel does exist, but it's been banned immediately, and it's one of those things, once you ban time travel, only the criminals will have time travel, just like guns. So what happens is the mob controls it, and apparently it's really hard to dispose of a body in the future because they have all the bodies tagged or whatever. So the mob gets, control of time travel, and they send back their people they don't like, people they want to rub out, who knows, witnesses or whatever. And all this guy has to do is show up 30 years in the past or whatever it is and just shoot people when they show up. And that's all he does.
It's amazing.
He knows exactly when they're showing up, and he blows them away. Well, what happens is they send back his adult self, and they know this is going to happen eventually. It's a kind of a retirement
every
thing.
looper knows.
Every looper knows eventually that's going to happen, so that the mob can erase connections between themselves and their associates.
It's like self-correction.
Yeah, right.
Built in the system.
But as you would imagine, something goes awry here, and the adult self, is played by Bruce Willis in a good performance, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt I thought was did a good job, and Jeff Daniels as the local mob boss who has to hang around in the past to manage things for the guys in the future. Just an excellent performance there. And then it all kind of spins off into this other thing where there's a relationship between Joseph Gordon-Levitt and a character played by Emily Blunt, and they have the whole thing with her son, and there's like a prophecy. So it really does they throw out a lot of different levels of ideas and stuff, and that's why I think, Matrix and Inception are good comparisons. And I just thought it was just rocketing the whole way through. Maybe there's a little slowness in the part where they develop a relationship, the Emily Blunt and Joseph Gordon-Levitt character. But you got to. What do you want it to happen?
There's a breather time, a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. And you need some kind of emotional connection for the ending to really make sense. And the choice he makes some interesting choice at the end.
In a way, it kind of slows your own bloodthirstiness down.
Right.
Because it's all just bam, bam.
And that's what he's doing throughout the movie. He's having to evaluate. Is this all I'm good for? Is just blowing people away? So
a little morality in there.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I loved it.
Good stuff.
Amazing.
2 thumbs up. And then the last item on our list, it didn't cost it cost Wesley something for his Netflix account or whatever. What, $8 a month?
$8 a month.
That's still cheaper than the
Can't beat it.
So we saw I'll give the title and then you can get them for it. It's called. Was it The Wild and Wonderful Whites of West Virginia?
Yeah.
So you want to run that one down?
I just say, first off, all I can say is depress the heck out of me. I won't go into all the details of why, but it was entertaining in a negative way. Basically, Johnny Knoxville and a couple of the freaks from
Jackass?
Jackass and the Dick House. What are they called? Production company, decided to go and study a family, and I think a lot of it's based on Jesco, who's a local musical legend, Jesco White, and I guess he is real good friends with Hank Williams Jr. III, Hank Williams III, however you say his name, and then just other famous people who know a little bit about the musical history of the mountain life living. And so basically, Johnny Knoxville and some crew follow around the Whites, and you learn about the history of the White family. But here's why I say it's kind of a depressing movie, in my eyes. Not a single person, except for one who escaped that region, not a single person really has any idea of a sorrow or a humility. In fact, it's just, I don't care. I'm going to break every rule. I'm going to beat you up. I'm going to take your drugs. I'm going to do and kick butt. I'm going to do nothing, and no one can
destroy
stop
myself.
Me. Destroy myself, and it's just so weird to watch the destruction of their own selves. But it's a very compelling movie, I think. Yeah. What I really think is my favorite part about watching the movie is it just does really show you, even though there's negative parts, and there's always positive parts, and of course negative is the way I'm labeling it. Doesn't mean you might label it that way or somebody else, but it just shows the beautiful diversity of the U.S. in a weird way. Even though to me it was a negative aspect.
The ugly diversity.
To me it was ugly. It was like, come on. Yeah. How can you be cheating?
Yeah.
And it really brought to mind how much they're living off of other people. in a way.
Right.
In a way.
Oh, sure, yeah.
You know, social problems and everybody else having to pay for
They
it.
don't have one legit thing that contributes anything valuable to
Not a
society.
single one of that family except for the guy who moved and left because he didn't want to be around it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought the poignant thing
not a
was
single
that
one
of the sort of, they have different stories because they follow a lot of different people, and Jeffco is one of the big ones because he became the most famous of the whites. And if you're into country music or have been for a long time, maybe you already know about him.
You know, tap dancing.
But the one daughter, I guess, of Jeffco who has a kid, I thought hers was, it would be poignant if she just wasn't so, again, stupid and self-destructive.
Yeah.
But there's a part where she kind of tears up in the movie and sort of says something like, I think she's just given birth to her baby or will soon.
And they're going to take
and
her.
she makes this weird, and at the time she doesn't know it, but eventually Child Services does take the kid away, and then the movie becomes about her trying to clean up her act and get the child back. Did she ever get the child back? I forgot.
I think they mentioned it, but I don't remember.
I can't, By then I was probably like, who cares? This kid's doomed either way. But but she was like, at one point she was like, I really want my child, and she kind of teared up, like I want him to have a better life and to get out of this county or whatever. I'm like, yeah, that's a good idea. But then like the very next shot, I think, is her doing a line or two of coke, which that's another thing that amazes me. How much like illegal stuff they admit to.
Might have been methamphetamine too. Who knows?
Yeah, how much? But they admit to all this illegal stuff on camera, and they do drugs on camera. And I'm like, so you can just be in a documentary and not get arrested? To me, it'd be like, Exhibit A, Your Honor, they're a bunch of druggies, let's haul them away, you know? And I'm like, most people are worried about doing drugs just in their house and getting caught, but these dumbasses are on camera. And
all over the place, yeah. I mean, it was neat for that aspect, but at the same time, I'm sure Knoxville and all them said, hey, look, you're not going to get in trouble. We'll pay for everything. You're the one making us money.
We'll pay your legal costs.
In a way, I wondered how much of it was also amplified behavior. At one time, I wondered.
Anytime you have something, that any documentary at all, you know, of course, the subject has a chance to exaggerate or whatever because they know a camera's on them. And with these people, they're all pretty theatrical to begin with.
Yeah.
It really just seems like a more demented, drug-laden version of that show that's on TV now. You know, Here Comes Honey Boo Boo, because it's about some little, you know, cracker cracker beauty queen. But the show is expanded. They knew they couldn't make a show just about that, so it's sort of like more focusing on, again, all her family and all the crazy redneck things they do. So. Anyway, I would say we both recommend it, but this is probably it's definitely going to be the least entertaining, but it still might be pretty high up depending on what your interest is on the sort of compelling level. Cause it is sort of interesting. It's just like you're watching a train wreck of human lives here, basically.
Yeah.
So.
And there's just no mention or even acknowledgement of any of the people in the train wreck.
Right.
That somebody else might have to be paying for this, including victims.
Right.
There's a lot of victims that they don't even care.
There's certainly no I mean, the only acknowledgement they have of what society thinks is that they do have cuts of cops and lawyers and you know everybody in the area basically saying, yeah, these people are scum, or they're really the problem, and everybody who said knows their name knows that they're. So even then, it's like even if you grew up in that family and had an inclination not to do all that stuff, you're still kind of branded, and you're probably still going to get locked up randomly because the cops just assume if your name's white in that county, you're bad. So
it's very interesting.
Yeah. Well, also interesting is our film of the week in which we will do our picture-in-picture magic occasionally popping up like with our puff corn here.
Popcorn.
Yeah, our popcorn. Pot puff. So, and it's called, what is it? Fear in the Night? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Fear in the Night. So stick around, and Wesley and I will be back to introduce that movie to you.
I will discover my future by exceeding my academic expectations.
By being the best student I can be.
I will discover my future by knowing learning is just the beginning.
And the pursuit of knowledge lasts a lifetime.
I will discover my future by being the first in my family to go to college.
By trying new things.
By living my dreams.
I will discover my future at Jefferson College.
Fear the night! Fear the night! We got a guy with a dilemma here, Wesley. he dreams that he killed somebody. Did you ever dream you killed somebody?
Yep.
I think I have.
Actually, I had a dream that a friend of mine killed somebody, and it was one of those days where all the morning I was really unsettled, completely where,
wow.
Oh man, that is humanly possible, isn't it? I hope I never ever get involved in that situation. Then during the day, it was like, what if I am involved and I don't know?
Yeah.
And for all day long, I felt sick all day, just kind of like, I'm really not a good person.
I know I've had at least a couple dreams. I think it's always been kind of like an accidental thing, like accidentally, like, you know, ran over someone driving around or something. You know, not necessarily even that I was drunk or anything, but, you know, but this, you know, somehow I accidentally kill somebody every once in a while in my dreams, and it's sort of like, yeah, you're like, oh, I feel like crap. I actually, when I wake up, I'm kind of like, oh, well, that was a dream, so screw it. But while you're in the dream, you're still like, damn, my life's gonna suck now because I'm a bad person or something like that. But so yeah, actually that is kind of where this guy is. You'll see in the beginning of the movie. We're going to blow a little bit of it for you that there is a dream sequence at the beginning, and maybe it helps to set up, you know, explain why there's all this weird shimmering. What does explain it? There's this weird shimmering look to it, and it's because they are trying to simulate like a dream. But yeah, so he becomes, DeForest Kelley plays this guy, by the way, and he becomes convinced it wasn't just a dream. He really did kill somebody, and so the movie is about him sort of, it's like he's playing detective to try to discover his own, you know, culpability. So it's almost like a postmodern kind of thing. That's in the postmodern mystery. The guy investigating is always the one who's guilty, but in this case, he actually knows he's guilty. A lot of times they kind of don't know it. It's like, I did this. So and he enlists the help of his brother-in-law, who's a cop, who eventually comes to believe him. It's a pretty well done movie. Not quite as goofy as we usually do, but it's got a few goofy moments that will pop up in. And by the way, I just got to say I'm a fan of DeForest Kelley. And what are you doing there?
Wiping.
Okay.
White socks.
There you go, White Sox. Now they're orange socks. But I really like his work in Star Trek. Of course, he was Old Bones. He was the doctor on the ship, and he just was kind of crotchety a lot of time. But he was a good friend of old James T. Kirk, and sort of a, you know, kind of like a frenemy of Spock and everything.
Make no bones about it.
Make no bones about it. So anyway, folks, stick around for Fear in the Night. Follow the bouncing ball. There is no song or lyrics to follow. This is like the worst video game ever. Oh, expanding to what?
What? Vertebrae?
Brain matter, weird uncooked mushrooms or something.
Shiitakes?
Overcooked mushrooms, yeah. Fear in the Night with N capitalized and not
big time. That'd be probably about 18 font.
Hey, DeForest Kelley. Bones.
Deforestation.
Jeff York, brother of Tom York.
Tom York.
Yeah.
Tom York's amazing. Ooh, Nightmare. I'll have to read this book. By William Woolrich.
Yeah, could be something.
At first, all I could see was this face coming toward me. Then I saw the room. A queer mirror grill. And somehow, I was inside it. There was danger there. I knew that. I wanted to turn and run, but I couldn't. It seemed as if my brain was handcuffed, and I had to do what I'd come to do.
Hazy screen.
Don't go in there.
What's in there? Don't look in the mirror.
Whoa. Oh, it's almost like he's coming at me.
Or he's coming at you through a swimming pool or something. I mean, I don't know.
True.
I wonder how they're creating these effects.
Oh, he doesn't know either. Oh my.
By the power of Grayskull or something.
Pentagons be gone.
This is getting crazy. He did take some mushrooms.
Yeah.
Wow. Wake up, dude.
After. Oh. Did I do any of that?
Where the hell am I?
A dream. Those two thumbprints on my neck. They weren't there last night when I undressed. But it couldn't be. It was a nightmare. Talk about your realistic dreams. I couldn't have done it to myself. Choke myself without waking up. Must have scratched myself. There they were. The button and that odd-shaped key. The things out of the dream. I'd never seen them before. I didn't have them when I undressed last night. That button wasn't mine. The key wasn't mine. But if they were there, it must have happened. The dream, the struggle, the murder, everything. But how? Could something like that happen and I not know it? Was I going insane? A jackhammer started pounding inside my head. I had to see if the outside world was still there. The street below looked the same as it did last night. The same greasy spoon where I eat now and then. The same traffic noises, the same characters lounging around. There was nothing the matter out there. It was in here with me. My stomach was riding a roller coaster. I was sick. I couldn't face going to work. Henry Fitzroy, 5103.
Fremont National Bank, video speaking. Oh, yes, Grayson. Mm-hmm. What seems to be the trouble? Oh? It could be the flu. Mm-hmm. Yes. All right, all right. Goodbye.
Good morning, Joe. Good morning, Mr. Jackson. Oh, isn't it a lovely morning? Lots of things I'd rather do than work today. Good morning, Mr. Vigna.
Good morning, Betty. Vince Grayson just called. He's not feeling well. Will you take his window today?
Oh, is Vince sick? What did he say it was?
The more I tried to figure it out, the sicker I got. Suddenly, the room started spinning. $40, $50.
Federal 7648. Hotel Commodore. Vince Grayson's room, please. He doesn't answer? Thank you.
Funny he shouldn't be there, isn't it? If he was sick, you know what I mean?
No, I don't.
I'd better check his books, just to make safe.
Miss, would you like to take this money, or should I try another bank?
I had to get out of my room, out into the sunshine. I had to stay out of the shadows. And I knew that tonight, I'd be afraid of the dark. I had to talk to somebody about this crazy thing. Betty? I'd get sympathy from Betty. What I needed was an explanation. Cliff, my brother-in-law, he ought to be able to figure out something. I got to Cliff's place just before dinner. My sister Lil told me he was out in the garage. Hello, Cliff.
Oh, hi, Vince. How's the boy?
Cliff, I want to talk to you.
Be with you as soon as I finish sanding it. Exact reproduction of Martha Washington's bed. What's the matter, kid? Something on your mind?
I need your help.
You and Betty have a fight? Something?
Cliff, this is going to sound screwy. Last night I dreamed I killed a man. I don't know who or where it was supposed to be. I stabbed him with a steel bore. During the fight, a button came off in my hand. When I'd killed him, I locked the body in a closet and took the key. And then when I woke up, well, look. And this morning there was blood on my wrist. I figured maybe I'd scratch myself in my sleep, my ear or my nose or someplace. So I just washed it off. That was before I saw these.
You're all in pieces, aren't you?
Cliff, you gotta help me. You don't know what I've been going through all day.
Where'd you get this? I mean, where'd you first get it before you dreamed about it?
Don't you understand what I've been telling you? I didn't have it before I dreamed about it. I never saw it before then. Then when I wake up, it turns out real.
Now, look, Vince, I've warned you before. You're working too hard.
Don't you understand? There's a door somewhere this very minute this key belongs to. There's a man propped up behind it dead. And I don't know where, nor who he is, or how, or why it happened. Only that I must have been there. I must have done it. Or why would it come to me in my sleep like this? And these things...
Now, look. You had those things before. You picked them up somewhere. And you misplaced them a long time ago. And last night you had a Welsh rabbit or one drink too many, so you dreamed up a nightmare. And in it you remembered these old things and wove them in it.
No.
Now, don't say no. Either you dream a thing or it really happened. Don't worry. If you dreamed that you had a fight with a guy and rammed something in him, you'd wake up.
It happened, Cliff. I tell you, it happened.
You dreamed it. You had those things before. You've just been stretching your nerves thin, kid.
What's your answer? That's all you can tell me, huh?
Cliff, Vince, dinner's ready.
If I tell you I didn't have these things
Throw
before.
those things away. And look, not a word of this to Lil. You understand? She's been worrying about you enough already.
You haven't helped me a bit. Not even a nickel's worth.
Well, naturally not. You expect me to arrest you for murdering a man in your dream. Well, the rest will have to happen in a dream, too. Because I'm off duty when I'm dreaming. Come on, kid. Let's get some dinner. And smile for Lil, will you?
You men coming in or not? You want your soup to get cold? I keep cracking the polish off of that one nail.
Are you lucky? Lil's got a rib roast tonight. You know I'm getting jealous of that butcher.
Vince, why did you tell me you've been working hard at the bank all day?
Because I did.
How are you feeling, Vince? Thought you were sick.
I was. I just didn't feel well.
I kept calling your room all day. No one was there. Mr. Billiard got suspicious.
Can't a guy take a day off? I just didn't feel like going to work, and I wasn't sick enough to stay in my room. Now, why does everybody have to make such a big thing of it?
Vince.
Blood. I washed it off. I don't know how long I was blacked out. I hazily remembered coming to for a moment and falling asleep again. It was sometime past midnight when something awakened me. Cliff, I blacked out.
You certainly did. The truth? Oh, not what you think. Not that dream business. The real truth. But you've been wearing yourself out. Why, you passed out like an neurotic.
Take the key to button. You must have often had less than that to start out on. Find out where they came from and find out what they were doing on me. Find out where that mirrored room is.
Forget them once and for all. Forget them.
I can't. They're my only clue to what happened.
Nothing happened. Just selling yourself a phony bill of goods. Just as phony as that idea that the nail polish was blood. That's the kind of trick your mind's been playing on you.
Oh, it can't be that.
And don't crack to Lil about this nonsense or I'll... Well, just don't cry. She's fretted about you for years, ever since your mother died. And right now it'd be the worst time of all.
Now? What do you mean?
Well, I wasn't going to tell you until later. Belle's going to have a kid.
Oh, that's fine. That's great, Cliff.
Okay, so now you know, so forget it. And if you harp on that spooky business that will help me, I'll drag you off to a doctor. Now go on, kid, try and get some sleep.
Sleep? I felt I'd never sleep again till I knew the answer. I had to find that house where that nightmare took place. I had to know.
I have a lovely house with a mirror-lined powder room on the second floor. Octagonal? No, it's only 4 square. However, Mr. Grayson, if you'll come and look at it, I'm certain...
No, thanks. I'm sorry. That's not what I'm looking for. 6 days went by without a lead. I scoured the papers. Not one line about the murder. And all week I'd been avoiding Betty. I just couldn't face her with this thing gnawing at my brain. Who is it?
Cliff.
Hello, Cliff.
Hi, boy. Wait till you see what I've got downstairs. Come on. Put it on. Let's go.
John, I don't want to go anywhere.
I want you to see my new second-hand car that I just got in exchange for my old second-hand car.
Please, Cliff, I don't want to go anywhere.
What are you trying to be, a groundhog? Lil and I are taking a ride in the country. Little picnic.
Listen, I'm all right. I don't need any fresh air jaunts to shake the devils out of me, if that's what you're doing.
Now, look, do you want Lil to worry any more than she is, after what I told you about her? Come on.
Now, look, Cliff, if you think this is going to do any good...
Don't be a drip. Come on.
Hello, Betty.
Hello, Vince.
Hi, you Lil.
I'm fine. Vince, I want you to know this wasn't my idea.
What do you mean? I'm glad you picked me up.
Well, where should we go, kids? Anywhere. I don't care.
How about Solanda Canyon?
All right.
Solanda Canyon. It just popped into my head. Why? Betty and I always preferred the beach, but something made me say Solanda. Somehow it seemed important.
You know where you're going?
Nope. But I got a hunch further down this road, we'll find just the right spot.
Did you ever see anything so stubborn? I'm sure that the ants here are just as friendly as the ants farther down. Now, what's wrong with that place over there?
Nothing, but,
Well, stop then. It's getting late, and besides, I'm hungry.
Okay, my love. That's just what I was going to do. Ah, this is the life. Toss me another one of those marshmallows, will you, beloved?
At thy wish, master. Plop.
Mommy, you're wonderful.
Uh-huh. Just as long as the marshmallows last.
Vince, are you coming back to work tomorrow?
I don't think so.
Mr. Billio asked me to go out with him yesterday.
Well, why didn't you go? Why tell me?
Vince, what is it? What's the matter?
Just forget about me, will you?
What is it? Did I do something?
No, it's not your fault. It's just that... Look, we're through. There's nothing we can do about it. Don't call me up. Don't pay any attention to me. Get somebody else. Get anybody. Be better for you.
Bill, you're a big girl now.
I can't help it. You know what lightning does to me.
We better go. Hey, kids, it's gonna rain.
Oh!
Holy smoke, you didn't have to take me seriously.
Yes, Betty, come on, let's go!
Wipers won't work.
You should have tried them before you bought it, dear.
All right.
place you come to and let's get out of this.
All right, baby, now calm down. No houses around here.
That bridge. I've seen it before. But when?
There's a cutoff a little ways ahead, just around the turn. There's a big house up there, I think.
You know this section?
Have you been here before?
There's a cutoff.
Are you going to get us more lost than ever?
No, keep going. You'll come to it. 2 big posts, and then turn the car between them.
I didn't know myself how I knew that. But the closer we came, the harder my heart pounded. And the more frightened I got.
There they are. Turn swift between those posts like you told you. Make a dash for it.
Doesn't seem to be anybody home.
Well, I wish we could get in.
Thought there'd be a key someplace.
Vince, are you going to stay out there all day? Come on in. Let's have some light.
Not that one.
What is this, a rib? How do you know so much about this place?
It's a rib. Your brother Vince, the great joker. Hello, anybody home?
Don't do that.
He's cold. He's shaking.
So are you. Let's find a place to dry out before you catch cold.
Looks like they've been away a long time.
Your being a detective comes in handy. In case anybody shows up, we won't get into trouble for crashing in like this.
Yeah. Let's see what gives with the fireplace. That's a break. It's a gas log. Plunk yourself down. Dry out. Before you catch a chill.
Ooh, I am tired. Come on, Betty, share the warmth.
I'll scout the kitchen. Some hot tea wouldn't hurt you a bit.
I feel better already. Vince, come over here by the fire.
This is the place, all right.
Yeah. Wipe your brow. Have you got it?
What are you two doing up there?
Keep her downstairs. Keep her downstairs.
Down in a minute, Lil. Watch the tea in the kitchen. I got some water boiling.
All right, but I wish you'd stop poking around.
Look. That's what he was crouched in front of that night. He must have been using a blowtorch. That's what made that bluish light. It made her face stand out in the reflections like a mask. That must be the one I propped him up in after I... No, don't. Yet. Give me a chance. Cut it out.
Dried blood. Someone who was hurt was in here.
Somebody who was dead.
Ben, Claire, come on down and have some tea.
I'll take these back to the kitchen.
I'll take it. The rain ought to let up soon. Meanwhile, get yourselves a nap. Close it. I don't want them to hear this. Now let's hear about another dream.
You think I lied, don't you?
You know how to get here from a dream, didn't you? You knew where the key was from a dream, didn't you? Oh, well, that fumbling around didn't fool me. You even knew where the light switch was. From a dream? If you weren't Lil's brother, I'd push your lying face out to the back of your head.
But I tell you, Cliff, I tried.
You came to me for help. You didn't have guts enough to come clean. Say, Cliff, I went out to such and such a place in the canyon last night and killed a guy. Such and such a guy for such and such a reason.
But I tell you...
No, you had to cook up a dream. I can respect a guy, no matter how rotten a crime he's committed, who will own up to it. I can understand a guy who'll deny it flatly. But a guy that'll come to someone trading on the fact he's married to his sister, abuses common sense, and make a fool out of him like you did to me. But I didn't. I got no use for him. He's lower than the lowest rat we ever brought in for knifing somebody in an alley. Look, I found this key in my pocket when I woke up. I found this button playing on my sympathies, getting me to think in terms of doctors and medical observation. Was that it? Was it?
No, Cliff, I swear to you, I...
Some dream, that was it. Well, the dream's over with. Baby's awake now. I'm going to get the facts out of you, and whether they go any further than me or not, that's my business. But at least I'm going to have them.
How can I tell you what I don't know?
What were you doing here that night? What brought you here?
I was never here before. I never saw the place till the day when I came here with you and Lil.
Who was the guy you killed? What was his name?
I'm in agony already without...
Are you going to answer me? Are you?
I can't. You're asking me things I can't answer. That's the Almighty, or whoever watches over us at night when we're unconscious.
Who was the guy? Why did you kill him? Why? I've handled close-mouthed guys before. You're going to tell me, or I'm going to have to kill you with my own hands.
Get over there.
What is this?
I'll ask the questions. What are you two doing in here?
You came in out of the rain. That suit you?
Not yet. Identify yourselves and be quick about it.
Help yourself.
Thanks, sir, lady. Headquarters Homicide Division, huh?
How about doing a little identifying yourself?
Well, I'm a deputy attached to the county sheriff's office out this way. Torrance is the name.
My brother-in-law, Vince Grayson.
How do you do? I'm detailed to keep an eye on this place. I was home having a little bite to eat, then on my way back to the station. Say, how'd you get in here? Thought I had it locked up.
The key was under a flower box on the porch.
It was? Must have been a spare. I have the original. We didn't know there was a second one.
What do you mean you're detailed to keep an eye on this place?
Didn't you know? There was a murder committed here last week.
There was? I'd like to hear more about that. Sounds interesting.
Oh? No, thanks. I cut them on about a month ago. Always carry a pack of these now.
No, thanks.
This place belonged to a wealthy couple named Belknap. Husband frequently goes on long business trips. He was away when it happened, Mexico. In fact, we haven't been able to notify him yet. His wife was a pretty little thing. Was kind of flirty. There was a young duck she used to run around with. His name was Bob Clune.
Was?
Milkman found Mrs. Belknap about daybreak Monday near a road that leads over here.
Dead?
Dying, unconscious, both legs broken, skull fractured, insides all busted up. Kind of gets him, doesn't it? Things like this are new to him, I guess. What had happened? Car did it to her. We found the car. Blood and hair in the tires. Bob Clune's car. Well, then Warner, that's my chief, he come over here to have a look around. He finds a safe busted in the mirrored room upstairs. Take you up and show you if you want.
Mirrored room, huh?
Well, that gave us a case. Clune knew that Belknap had a lot of dough in the safe when he left for Mexico. He came here, started to heist it, and Mrs. Belknap caught him. She ran out afraid he'd kill her. He got his car, chased her down the road, and ran over her.
Pretty brutal.
All of a sudden, life was slow again. I don't know how to drive, I kept thinking. Cliff knew that, too.
Have a smoke, kid.
Anyway, that's the case we thought we had till Wednesday morning.
Thought you had.
We sent out an alarm for Clune. Then Wednesday, Mrs. Belknap came, too. The first thing she asked was, is Bob all right? He didn't kill Bob Clune, did he?
He?
Yeah. What she told us sent us hot footing right back here. We find Clune's body propped behind one of those mirrored doors upstairs. He'd been stabbed with an awl. She died that night. Well, win our case.
Did you get anything on the real killer?
Practically everything, except the guy himself. All the dope's over at my chief's office. I was just on my way over there. You interested?
Oh, it's right up my alley. Might be able to even help you find the killer.
Glad to have you come along.
I'll have to tell the girls we'll be gone for a while. Shouldn't let it get you, kid.
You're not used to seeing all.
I know it.
You're not used to seeing all the dead bodies I've seen.
Yeah, I was a little bit squeamish myself when I first...
How did he ever get used to it?
Well, Bones has been to space. He's seen lots of crazier stuff.
True that.
I'll stay here. Come on, Vince.
Damn it, Jim. I'm a doctor, not a homicide detective.
Funny, I didn't see anything in the L.A. papers about it, Captain Warner.
They've been playing ball with us. We had an idea if the killer didn't read about us finding the bodies, he might come back to take a look. Maybe to find out what happened to Mrs. Belknap. Here's a description she gave us before she died. The killer was about 24, medium build, light brown, wavy hair, worn rather long. His eyes were fixed and glassy, as though he was mentally unbalanced.
You got any pictures on them? Mrs. Belknap, Clune, I mean.
We had some photographs taken in the morgue.
Let's have a look.
Got any ideas?
Nothing in particular. Just thought it might tie in with something at our office. Take a look, Vince. Who knows? You might even know these people.
It was them, all right. The faces in the dream. That woman and the man I killed. Now I knew there was no escape. I was a murderer.
I...
Out like a light. What do you suppose did it? Those death pictures? Things like this sure get him. I noticed that before.
He's not well. He gets these dizzy spells now and then.
It's only since I started...
Shut up. Yeah, that's better. He'll be all right. As soon as I get him home. Thanks, Warner. I'll be seeing you.
Okay.
Thanks, Lil. I'm sorry the rain spoiled the picnic.
You take care of yourself.
I'll call you.
I'm going up with Vince for a while.
I bet you happen to be in the loading zone.
Well, Smiley's on this beat. If he says anything, just tell him whose car it is. Lil's waiting downstairs. I'm going to take her home first before I do anything. I love Lil. I think you love Betty, but that's your business. All I know is I love Lil. Bad enough what this is going to do to her when she finds out. I'm going to see that she gets at least one good night's sleep before she does.
What am I going to do, Clem?
I don't have to ask you if you killed him. You passed out cold when you saw their photographs of death. In the morning, I'm going to take you down and turn in what I know at my own precinct house. And I can pass it on to Warner. And then I'm going to turn in my badge.
I'm scared stiff.
Killers always are. Afterwards. I'll be back in the morning. beg your pardon.
Look, he's trying to make up his mind.
Can't you go any faster? Got her wide open.
13th floor.
Yeah. Yep, just come on. I've got all day trying to save my brother-in-law here.
That guy's name was Elevator.
Elevator?
He just said the elevator.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Whoa! Oh, that guy was a lifesaver.
I love this. It's like World Wrestling Federation. That's actually a pretty cool shot.
Yeah, that's a good shot. He's probably harnessed in.
Damn it, Jim, I'm suicidal. Come on, let me... it's like hanging over the edge there.
This is almost Hitchcocky.
It's weird. Yeah, it's like weird wrestling moves here, though. But
no one even cares down below.
Lurch. Yeah, they're all just like, this is in. Could go either way.
Yeah, could go. Yeah. I'll be out of the way by having the calls.
Why didn't you let me? I didn't think of that way out.
Vince! Oh, Vince!
I didn't want to drag you into this.
What is it? If you're in trouble so horrible that you wanted to...
Darling, don't.
He won't try it again, Betty. Just keep that thought.
But why, Cliff? Why?
Never mind now. You go on down. Take Lil home. But don't tell her anything about that. Just say that I thought it was better if I stayed here with Vince tonight. He's not feeling well. Okay?
Cliff, whatever it is that's come between us, promise me you'll help him.
You go on now. And take care of Lil.
Cliff?
I wake you up?
No, I can't sleep.
Have a smoke.
What about the arrest, Cliff?
Cancel for now. When a guy's willing to die like you were, there must be something to his story.
I tried to tell you.
I don't think you really knew what you were doing that night. I think you're telling the truth to the best of your ability.
Oh, I'm licked. I'd rather not even talk about it. You might as well have let me jump. I'm dead inside already.
Still, I can't figure why you picked that way. Most of them tried a bridge or poison or even gas.
Thought of that. This place hasn't any gas.
Yeah, good thing, too. More houses didn't have gas, there'd be less.
Yeah? It'd be darned inconvenient if an electric light bulb burns out unexpectedly. Happened to a fellow in the next room the other night.
Yeah?
Yeah, I had to use a candle. Same night I had the dream.
Use a candle? How did you know? Were you in there with him?
No, he rapped, stuck his head in the door. Wanted to know if my light had gone out, too.
What'd you have to come in here for? Couldn't you tow by the hall?
I don't know. There's a little night light around the bin in the hall. Maybe that's on a different circuit.
Still no reason for him to barge in on you. I'd like to hear the rest of this.
There isn't any rest of it. I've told you all there is.
Never mind. Now, who was he? Did you know him? Now, tell it to me step by step, like to a 6-year-old kid.
Okay. Well, the guy's name was Berg. He'd been living in the room about, a week or 10 days before that. Used to see him in the elevator. Chatted with him a couple of times in the lobby.
All right. Now, tell me what happened the night his light went out.
Well, I'd been in bed for some time, reading the paper like I do every night. Just put the lamp out and got to sleep when I heard this knock on the door.
Who is it?
Harry Bird from next door. Pardon me, did I wake you?
No, I just turned out the light.
Oh, you did? The light in my room just went out. That's why I wanted to see you. I thought maybe the circuit was off. Your light working?
Try it.
Yes. It must have been the globe that burned out. Sorry I troubled you.
Not at all.
You're tired, aren't you? I can see you're pretty tired. I'm sorry.
Oh, really, it's all right.
You're tired, and I woke you up.
It's all right. I guess he kind of had a one-track mind. Used to mumbling to himself, maybe. Anyway, he finally closed the door and went away, and I dropped off to sleep.
Now, wait a minute. Are you sure the door closed after him? Did you see it close? Did you hear it close? Did it go like this? Did it make a click? Or did it go like this? Without a click? I can see you're having trouble giving me a definite answer. You don't remember it either way.
Well, what difference does it make? Door must have closed. He went away, and I went to sleep.
He was standing there with a candle in his hand, and he kept saying, "You're tired."
So what?
Eyes fixed and glassy, as though he were mentally unbalanced.
What?
I was just remembering something in the deathbed statement Mrs. Belknap gave to Warner. You say you chatted with this fellow once in a while. What about?
Oh, sports, politics. Going down the elevator one time, he had a box of methylated cough drops in his pocket.
Go ahead, have one.
No, thanks. I don't like them.
Oh, go on. They're good for you.
No, thanks, really.
You should have one. Your voice sounds kind of hoarse.
I took one because I kind of felt sorry for him. Really hate those cough drops.
Testing willpower.
You seem to make something out of this silly thing. What is it?
I'm just guessing, that's all. You get some sleep, kid.
Where are you going? Hey, I thought you were going to stay here tonight.
You're going to have to take one of your hats. I'm going out to the Belknap home, and the Warner's headquarters while I'm out there.
Now? All the way out there, this hour of the morning?
Don't know what I've got yet, if anything. And Vince, don't try any more shortcuts. That clock is always a little slow. It's like the horse I had yesterday. Hello, kid. Come on up to your room. Little called a while ago. She's been worried. Married to a cop for 15 years and still worried. You didn't tell her anything?
No.
Good.
You've been up there all this time till now?
I went back to town once in between, get something I needed, get a leave of absence.
What for?
I'll tell you later. Open it.
Bird. The man had the room next door. Where'd you get this?
I didn't have to ask you who it was. I already know it from the desk clerk. A couple of others I showed it to when I stopped back here early this morning. He's also Dorothy Belknap's husband, Louis Belknap.
What about me? Does this mean... Was he the one who...
There's no out in this for you, Vince. Not yet. I checked your fingerprints with the ones Warner got from the mirrored door. You found your way into Belknap's home. You punctured Bob Clune's heart with a bore and shoved his body into a closet.
And Mrs. Belknap?
You didn't kill her. You can't drive. We think Belknap drove you up there. Was waiting for you outside. Mrs. Belknap ran out, and her husband, using Clune's car, deliberately ran over her.
Why didn't I know what I was doing?
We think we know why, Vince. There's only one way to prove it. Show that it could have happened in the first place by making it happen all over again.
You mean go back and commit the crime over again?
Not exactly. You've killed a man, Vince. Right now, you're guilty. We've got to prove you didn't know what you were doing and why you didn't know.
What do you mean?
We haven't got much time. They located Belknap yesterday. He's flying back from Mexico this afternoon. He wired Warner to have his wife reburied in the family plot today. He'll be back in time for the funeral. Get your coat on.
Where are we going?
Where's the place you'd rather not go than all other places right now?
The mirrored room where I
know, kid. It's not going to be easy. You've got to go back there and stay tonight and wait for Belknap. He may be a dangerous killer, but it's your one chance to save yourself from paying for a murder. Think you can make it?
Scared sick, but I got back into that house before Belknap returned from the funeral. A couple of friends drove back with him. I waited upstairs, looking down into the living room as they said goodbye.
Why don't you come and stay at our place tonight?
Yes, we'd love to have you.
Don't worry yourselves about me.
Bye.
Good night.
He was coming up. My blood turned to water. I wanted to scream out, to run away from there. But I had to stay. It was my only chance to save myself.
How'd you get here?
You showed me the way, didn't you?
You remembered coming here?
You didn't think I would, did you?
You couldn't have.
Then how'd I get here? You explain it.
How long have you been in here, like this?
Since shortly before dark. I got in while you were at the funeral.
Who'd you bring with you?
Just this.
You remember the drive-up? You couldn't have. You had the look. The typical look
of the hypnotized subject. I faked it. I was holding a thumbtack pressed into each palm the whole way, so I wouldn't go under, no matter how good you were at it.
Then why did you do everything I directed? When I put the knife in your hand and told you what to do, you took it,
I thought maybe you'd pay off to keep me quiet. And then if I balked, I figured I'd get a knife in my back.
But what happened? What went wrong inside? I let you out of the car, told you what to do.
I dropped the knife somewhere in the dark. But I came up anyway. Clune was stealing your dough and about to run out with your wife, wasn't that it?
Yes. Yes. But how?
I would have been killed by Clune, only your wife handed me a bore by mistake. And I had to use it to save myself.
Oh, that explains how she got out of the house. I had to finish her with his car. I might have known you were under imperfect control.
Oh, your control is perfect enough, Belknap. Don't let that worry you. You still have the knack.
But you just said...
Yeah, and you fell for it. I didn't know what I was doing when I came up here to do your dirty job. I'd have never found you, but I saw your picture in the paper as a husband of the murdered woman and recognized you as Bird. I didn't come here to be paid off for what I did. Even though your will is stronger than mine, you know you couldn't make me commit murder. I killed that man in self-defense. But I'll never be able to clear myself in the eyes of the law. Ever. I'm going to make you pay for doing that to me. Now. This way.
Wait. Don't do that. Alive, maybe I can do something for you. I'll give you money. I'll get you out of the country. No one will know.
My conscience will know. I've got an honest man's conscience in a murderer's body. You should have let me alone, Belknap. That was your mistake.
Wait, 1 minute. Give me 1 minute to make you see. Just 60 seconds. You don't want to kill me. Those two were plotting against me for months. I knew it. That's why I planned the whole thing. I had to do it. Don't you understand? You can understand that.
Stop it, Belknap.
Just a few seconds, please. You don't want to kill me. Look up. Look up, please. See? Just 30 seconds. And I'm sure I can make you understand. Just a few seconds.
Shall we take him now? We've got to let him finish. We've got to have proof for a jury that he can actually put him under.
Just 15 seconds, that's all. That isn't much, is it? 15 seconds. Killing me won't calm your conscience. You don't really want to kill me, Grayson. Drop your gun. It's too heavy. Drop the gun, Grayson. Drop it. You're too tired to hold it up. Just drop it. You'll feel so much better. Just let go of it. Better still. Give the gun to me, Grayson. You're tired. Tired.
That horrible curtain closed over me again. I couldn't fight it. I knew he was taking me somewhere. I didn't want to go, but my brain was handcuffed. And I was walking through another nightmare.
Be quiet. We'd better get up there quick.
Hurley, Warner! He's got him out in the car by the garage. Write what I say. I am wanted for the murder of those two people at the Belknap house. I have no chance. I see no other way out. sign it. Vincent Grayson.
Look down there.
All right, get out.
Take off your coat.
You did bring a bathing suit.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the businessman's, professional suit.
Right.
Well, I mean, what's the point of like taking off your jacket if you once the guy to drown himself?
You can dry clean it later. I mean, it's getting dirty.
Oh yes, now I will calmly slip into the water and somehow drown myself by what? Forgetting how to swim or something?
Mm-hmm.
Did he say, "Don't try to swim when you start drowning"? Is that?
I mean, he didn't even look at his own reflection.
Come
So,
on,
he's,
didn't do the
not
whole
even-
Narcissus thing.
Mm-hmm.
Are you all right now, kid?
Yeah. Yeah. All of a sudden, I'm all right.
I'll see you inside. Too bad you have to go through the arraignment, Grayson, but good luck.
Thanks a lot for everything.
What? Vincent must have been horrible.
It was.
If I didn't read the newspapers, I'd never know what my wonderful husband's doing.
If you knew, you'd never have let me do it. Vince, we better go face the judge. Don't worry, you've got a perfect plea of self-defense. Come on, Mother.
Scared, darling?
I'll be glad when it's over.
I'll be right there with you all the time.
I love it when the bad guy dies in a horrible car wreck. Well, and you know, it's kind of funny too that it's like, oh yeah, all this wasn't enough in this guy's life. We have to make sure we set him up with a hot dame at the end of the movie. I guess it's, you know, we can't.
Or a looper.
Yeah, or a looper, right? We can't imagine him going on and just living his life in isolation now. He must have a hot dame to be with. But okay, well. You were telling me before that you thought one of the interesting things was the whole idea of not being able to trust your memory or something like that. Do you want to tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, when I lost my memory back in when I was a grad student at Florida State, it was really strange because I'd been in school for I don't know how many years straight. I mean, probably from kindergarten on. I'd never stopped, never taken a break. And so for the memory just to go away, completely go away, and not be able to make memories for a few days was very strange. But what was even more strange is when you are finally told that you can leave the hospital and that your memories are starting to reform, and then they tell you about confabulation. And confabulation is very interesting. Confabulation is when you take a whole series of events of memories, but you string them together in a wrong sequence. And while you're subconsciously or in your sleep stringing together events that are real, a few things that are not real slip in to fill the gaps. So I remember that I would incorrectly say that so-and-so aunt and uncle had got divorced. Well, that was true, but then remarried, which was untrue. And then that I would say that I had, in talking to my mom maybe, she would ask me how do I feel, what do you remember about the past? And for a long time, for about 3 or 4 or 5 weeks, I was confabulating. It would happen less frequently. But it was unsettling to know and look back on what if that ever undid itself. I would confabulate. And a lot of us can actually, on a daily basis, depending on how busy we get, we can actually, I've done it with you several times. I'm like, no, we didn't say we were going to do it that day. And sometimes we did say it that day, which is good to write things down. But if you don't, like me, I don't write a lot of things down because I used to have a great memory, which is all back now, you run into the risk of confabulating.
Right.
And confabulation, like I said, it just means you strung together memories in the wrong order and most likely altered or filled in gaps that of missing pieces of memory information that are not there.
Right. And I think
so
everybody,
really
I mean, obviously to a much more minor degree, but everybody's got to be doing a little bit of that.
Minutely, though.
Minutely, right, yeah.
Unless you get a serious brain injury or a head injury, which can cause it.
Like
it's like an amnesia.
Like you've been to the same place twice, and maybe you think of one thing happening on one day, but it really happened on the other.
Right.
So
yep.
Well, I got to say, I thought that was pretty good. The only thing that kind of, I don't know, it's pretty good hypnosis that you can get somebody to come along with you and break into a house and start killing, But so I guess the weird thing is, like, why did the hypnosis finally break down at the end? Where I'm sure he said to him, "And I want you to forget all this, when we're done." Like, you wouldn't actually remember all that, right? I mean, I wouldn't think, but
it recalled a little bit of Mansonisms.
Yeah.
How did he get people to do those things?
Well,
I'm not saying that they forgot, but was there a little bit of hypnosis? You never know
Could
how they
be,
fall
but
into it.
I think it falls into that whole idea of, like, and it's interesting, in the movie he sort of tests the guy to see how impressionable it is. I think he asked him, it's like, take some cough drops. No thanks. Come on, you want some cough drops? He's like, no thanks. And he's like, really, your voice sounds scratchy. I think you better. And so he learns that he's got this weak will. And I think that's what Manson did, too. He just, without hypnosis, he probably just found weak-willed people. He got them wrapped up into this cult, like, everybody's going to follow what I say. And then that's like, let's all wear purple shoelaces and kill people.
Right.
Purple shoes, not shoelaces.
Oh, yeah. Well, shoelaces might work, too.
Yeah, they could both be purple.
Yeah, you could strangle people with shoelaces.
Exactly. Well, folks, thanks for joining us for another popcorn-packed episode of Popcorn. And we want you to remember, until next time, keep poppin', Colonel.